I would start with Gundam and then work my way up to Akira. Alright? So get into anime, everyone. Start with Gundam, and then once you've watched every single anime program and movie, we'll just say the best ones. So you're going to be watching Gundam, and like Macross, and like Urusei Yatsura, and like, Nausicaa. Like, really, like, what you need to be watching is, I mean, like, you do need to be watching all of this. This all just boils down to, like, Miyazaki, Otomo, Takahashi, then, like, Rintaro, and, like, Tomino. And then, like, some others, like, Kawajiri, and then, like, I forgot his name, so, but, Hokuto no Ken, Fist of the North Star, and then, like, Bubblegum Crisis, so you basically want to join some sort of, like, anime news group, or, like, live journal community, and ask them what the best anime from Gundam through Akira is, and then they'll just tell you, Nausicaa, Urusei Yatsura, Macross, Laputa, etc. So you watch all of this anime, then you play video games, and you start with Donkey Kong or Pac-Man, right? And you work your way all the way up to, let's say, GTA 4, or, Persona 3, I guess. I mean, I just got, we'll say GTA, we'll say, because I kind of got distracted after Resident Evil 2, and then, I stopped playing video games for a while. So, if you go from, Donkey Kong or Pac-Man, and play and get all the way up to, we'll just say, a good stopping point is Virtua Fighter 3, right? When Virtua Fighter 3 came out, video games kind of hit a plateau. And it wasn't until, GTA 4 came out that, things got moving again. But, alright, well, we'll say GTA 3. Did I say 3? Anyway. But, you want to watch as much anime from Gundam to Akira as possible. Or we'll say, Ranma Nibun no Ichi, or 1/2, as it's called in America. Right? Ranma 1/2 is a good stopping point, right? Then you go from Donkey Kong or Pac-Man to, Virtua Fighter 3, and then, you want to watch, every Kurosawa movie ever made. You want to do, Kurosawa, and also John Woo, and also Jackie Chan. Then, the standard stuff, James Cameron, Stanley Kubrick. Watch all of this super awesome stuff, the best stuff out there, then get into the drugs again, and then after you watch all of this shit and play all of this shit and then watch all of this shit, you'll understand, what people have been trying to say since, anime, video games, movies, and electronic music have been things. So, all of this is going to provide you with all of the necessary concepts to know exactly how to navigate the spirit world and the dream world properly. So, right now it's just do the drugs, go out, talk to people, expand your mind. Like, you all really should be staying inside your homes, doing exactly what I just said. Anime, video games. Like for those of you that can afford it, I would say go on eBay and get the original consoles. Because if you're playing a video game emulator on your PC, you're not getting the real experience of seeing the evolution of the controllers. It started out with some joystick and one button, and then ColecoVision came out with like a knob and a dial pad, and then like two buttons on either side. Like, the experience of witnessing the evolution of like ergonomics in video games, and like graphics and music, and like design, like the design of like the consoles, like that's priceless, or it's pricey rather. You should all go out, or you should all go on eBay and just buy a ColecoVision, and a Sega Master System, and a Sega Genesis, and a Sega Saturn, and a Sony PlayStation, and a Sega Dreamcast. I know what you're saying. That's a lot of Sega. Yes, I like Sega. Anyway, so like only because Nintendo was for little kids for a long time. And like by the time I was like 7, or by the time Nintendo came out, I was already like 9. And I kind of missed the Nintendo bandwagon because I was in Korea, and I had a ColecoVision. All right, that's it for this episode. The housemates are complaining, so I'll either pick this up tomorrow, or no, that's it for this episode. Everybody should be watching anime, playing video games, and watching Kurosawa films, and John Woo movies, and Jackie Chan films, and Jet Li movies, and and smoking a lot of marijuana. Yeah, that's what you all should be doing. Oh, and no, actually nothing. Hold on, maybe something else. Watching like Max Headroom, like reading cyberpunk books like Neuromancer and Snow Crash, and but predominantly, just like smoke weed, watch the anime, play the video games. You could just do that perpetually. So like, as you watch more anime and play more video games, you'll be able to appreciate the universe and the drugs a lot more. So, good night, everyone. Unless it's daytime. So, it's my stomach. Anyway. I'm not going to bother turning the light on, but after I recorded today's episode, Marilyn Monroe went completely nuts. And when Marilyn Monroe goes completely nuts, it's like, oh, it's like not just the actual Marilyn Monroe, but all Marilyn Monroes. Anyway, the bottom line is, forget all of your relatives Write them off. Forget all celebrities. Write all of them off. And just try to get laid. Rest in peace, celebrities. Smoke your drugs. Use all of the weapons that I've developed for decent people to be able to use in order to keep the trash away from you. And just wait for my books to come out. It'll be about a year and a half or so. Then everybody will just fade into the master continuity. And you can talk about my books at the water cooler, and your terminals will clear right up. You'll just have access to your operators who will help you achieve what you want to achieve. And just continue on in that fashion. Like, play video games, watch anime, smoke weed, start a band, write a book. Take a drawing class. Get out there. Have fun. Vote to decriminalize marijuana. Recognize that I am what I am. Change the world with me. Like, the books are going to come out and then people will just wake the fuck up because, like, I realize that, like, a lot of people out there, I guess people who watch this, are potentially some of the people that I have to fend off in my terminal. People who are like, oh, you think you're God? I'm going to use my terminal to control you, and blah, 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 blah. These are all just people who haven't posted what I've posted and can't because they don't have the right to.